Get ready to guess who Julia Pastrano was, where the horse latitudes are, and when the poem Evangeline was published. If you can guess, you'll win on Guess What? And now, here he is, the star of our show, Robin Ward.
Thank you so much. You're good to me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you. Welcome to Guess What? I'm your host. I'll be asking some peculiar questions of our family teams who are poised and ready to do battle and attempt to win prizes, money, trips, and general mayhem will ensue today, I have a feeling, because our champions are going for Game 4. The halfway point for that grand prize is almost there, and haven't had a grand prize winner for some time, have we, Nick?
Well, it's been about 3 weeks.
It's been a few. Right now, Nick is standing by ready to introduce our team, so Nick, do the honors, please.
All right, Robin, our champions, a family that have won 3 games. Meet the Rhyme.
Brenda, welcome back.
Hi, Robin.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
Now you've won. This is Game 4 for you. You're
Yes, it
edging
is.
closer to that grand prize. Did you expect to go this far? You're a great player. you're a great player. You know that. I mean,
After you told me how modest I was, how could I possibly answer that?
Do you play games at home? I mean, do you Trivial Pursuit and
Yes.
do you
Yes,
play?
we do.
Are you good at that? You must be pretty good at that.
Well, Fred beats me all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you play bridge or any of those?
Yes.
You play. That's it. You're still together. Do you play together?
Yes.
Sometimes married couples kind of end their marriage of playing bridge together. Good luck on our show today. It's nice
Thank
to
you.
have you back in Game 4. Fred, welcome back.
Robin,
Good
nice
see
to
you.
be here.
Okay, it's been awfully nice chatting to you, Fred.
Yeah,
We must do it again sometime. Good luck on our show today.
Thanks, Robin.
Pat, welcome back. Nice
Thanks,
to see
Robin.
you. And your son is out in the audience, is he?
Yeah,
Both
Michael.
your sons are, yeah.
No, one of them is mine. The other one's Fred and
I
Brendan.
noticed on our last show, Fred, in the commercial, your son came up here and had some words with you. Was he telling you, extolling you to greater effort, or?
Actually, he wants to have his name on TV.
I see.
So I
I
guess
thought
I'll
maybe
have
he'd-
to say, you know, my son Christian is out there.
I thought maybe he'd landed a job in our production department because he was up here saying, okay, can we have the cameras this way, please? Well, I wish you the best today. Right now, our challengers are standing by, so Nick, let's meet them, please.
All right, Robin, here's a family that spends their time turning things upside down. Meet the Green.
Jackie, welcome to Guess What?
Thank you
Nice
very
to see
much.
you.
Good. Glad to be here. Well, I don't know what he means by upside down unless it's our garden and things like that. We're gentlemen farmers. But,
Are you?
I personally am in business for myself, and I like to...
What kind of business, may I ask?
Well, I think making people happy and setting up their kitchens and dinings by putting their placemats and things on
Oh,
their
I see.
tables.
Sort of
and
a
things like-
decorating service, that sort of thing? And where are you gentlemen farmers, may I ask?
In Orangeville?
I see. And what kind of crops do you grow?
Well, I guess we try and grow clean crops. We have no insecticides or anything like that.
I
We
see.
have
So
clean
it's
soil.
organic food
It's
and
organic,
that sort
yes. And we have chickens and...
Free-range
res-
chickens?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
see?
they're wonderful when the neighbors' dogs don't get on the
Yeah.
land, yes.
Well, great. It's nice to have you on our
Good,
show. I wish
thank
you
you.
the very best
Thank you
today.
very
And
much.
this is Bill. Hi,
Robin.
Bill. Welcome to Guess
Hi.
What?
I'm a food facilities designer, one responsible for designing the parts you never see behind the restaurant walls, the kitchens,
Really?
and it's for holiday inns.
And didn't I read about you that you actually asked the Prime Minister of Thailand to do something for you?
Yes, that was rather embarrassing, actually. It was a long time ago. I was in the Air Force, and a plane landed, and I was seeing it in, and the pilot did not speak English, and my French was terrible, and he spoke no Malay. And this gentleman was taking a flying suit off, so I asked him to be my translator. And I noticed a whole fleet of Rolls Royces pulling up, so I excused myself because somebody important was arriving, and he says, I think it's for me. So I was looking for a hole to climb in.
You asked the Prime Minister of Thailand to be your translator.
Yes, and he did a good job.
Well, hopefully you weren't saying anything sort of
No, we
derogatory.
were just trying to
about it.
find out the fuel loads for the plane, etc., and what service it required.
Right. Well, he obviously did it with cheer and
Yes.
was happy to do it. It's nice to have you on our show. I wish you the best today. And this is Leah.
Yeah.
Is that
Lee.
right? Lee. Nice to see you.
Thanks. I'm presently a donut maker in Orangeville, and other than that, I just pretty well keep to myself.
Great. Well, I wish you the best today. If you're ready to play our game, is everybody ready to do this? Yeah. Good. Glad you said that. Otherwise, what's the point? Look at our game board then, and let's play. Okay, our first question is worth, as always, 60 points. Here is the question. Now, who could forget that great King of Kings, good old King Egbert? Now, what was King Egbert king of from 802 to 839 AD? Was he king of Wessex, England, of Dundee, Scotland, of Dublin, Ireland, Paris, France, Belfast, Ireland, or Lackawanna, New York? What was... What was King Edbert king of back in 802 to 839 AD? And for 60 points, we start with Brenda.
Wessex, England.
That is correct for 60 points. Good start. Yeah, obviously, King Egbert's reign foreshadowed the later growth of a united England, and people were kings of little counties then. So he was king of Wessex, England, which was 2 fields and a barn back in those days. So straight to the second question, it's again worth 60 points. Here it is. In 1847, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow published his famous poem, Evangeline. What is the poem Evangeline about? Is it about 2 lovers, the sea, a cotton farmer, Greek gods, Boston Tea Party, or an elephant? And for 60 points, we go to our challengers and Jackie.
2 lovers?
That is correct for 60 points. Yeah, it's about the 2 lovers, Evangeline Bellefontaine and Gabrielle Lajeunesse. The 2 are separated during the French and Indian Wars of 1754, and just before they're about to be married, they're separated, and they're not reunited until they're old. So it's a romantic story and a good poem. And good answer on that, Jackie. A tie game already as we come to our first team effort. We'd like you to raise your flaps, please. And we'd like you also, please, to look at the monitors here in our studio. Now, people often say that beauty is only skin deep, and the same may be true when it comes to ugliness. You're looking at a photograph taken in 1896 of Giulia Pastrana, a circus performer billed as the ugliest woman in the world. Now, despite her appearance, Giulia Pastrana was attractive to somebody. She was happily married. Who was she married to? A, the strong man, B, the rubber man, C, the fish man. I sometimes can't go on, you know what I mean? Or D, her manager. Who was Giulia Pastrana happily married to? And you have 5 seconds. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Get a grip here. Brenda, what is your answer?
Well, I hope it was the strong man.
You think it's the strong man, as in strong stomach? Is that what you're saying? Okay, over to Fred.
Her manager, D.
You think her manager and Pat.
A, the strong man.
Okay, let's find out how our challengers voted. Jackie?
Oh, I think it's a strong man.
And Bill?
D, her manager.
And Lee.
A, strongman.
Let's find out right now who Giulia Pastrana, the ugliest woman in the world, was married to. The answer is D, her manager. Yes. Believe it or not, her married name was Julia Lent, and the marriage was blessed with 1 daughter. And she went on to fame, you know, of course, if you looked up the word ugly in the dictionary, you'd find her picture there. So it's... Okay, enough abuse of Julia. She had a nice career, was happily married, and had a child. All kidding aside, but she did bill herself as the ugliest woman in the world. So obviously, if you say that, then you're going to get a little flack, aren't you? But we wish her well, wherever she is. So let's see how we did here. We had 1 correct answer on our champ side. Fred puts 20 points on the board. Also 1 correct on the green side, our challengers. Bill puts 20 points on his board. At the end of our first round, 2 very evenly matched teams. It's a tie game, and there's more coming up in round 2 after these words. Stay with us. Thank you very much. Our champions, the Rhymes family, are on game 4. If they win 7 games, they will win our grand prize. And here's Nick to tell you what that is.
It's a trip to Greece from Olympic Airways and Apirotiki Cruises. 3 will fly out of Toronto to cruise to the beautiful islands of Greece. Compliments of Olympic Airways and Apirotiki Cruises. A trip worth $10,000.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, round 2 is here, and let's proceed. Our first question is worth 60 points. At the moment, it's a tie game, and here's the first question in this round. The horse latitudes are 2 regions that extend around the Earth at about 30 degrees north and south latitude. What are the horse latitudes noted for? Lack of winds, high temperature, humid air, low temperature, high winds, or dry air? What are the horse latitudes noted for? And for 60 points, we start with Fred.
High temperature.
That is incorrect, Fred. Down to 50 points, over to Bill.
Low temperature.
Nope, down to 40 points and over to Pat.
High winds.
Nope, down to 30 points and over to Lee.
Dry air.
That is incorrect, down to 20 points. Last chance to make a point, Brenda, it's up to you.
Humid air?
No, in fact, lack of winds. That rude little buzzer says that nobody got a point on that. Yeah, the horse latitude is known for their lack of wind. The region probably received its name because many horses died on ships, delayed there, becalmed by lack of wind. So it became known as the horse latitudes. You all look fascinated with that information, I can see. Fred is nodding off there with complete, utter boredom. Okay, straight to the second question. Again, it's worth 60 points. Dr. Christian Nethling Barnard directed a 30-man medical team that performed the first transplant of its kind. What was Dr. Barnard the first to transplant? The lung, the liver, the kidney, the heart, the cornea, or the hair? And with 60 points, we start with Jackie.
The heart?
That is correct for 60 points. Yeah, amazing. So long ago that it happened, almost 20 years ago, the first heart transplant, December the 3rd, 1967 in Cape Town, South Africa. And of course, now it's fairly commonplace, artificial hearts and all kinds of other things. So good answer on that. You moved ahead, Greens. Let's go to an audio question. It's worth 60 points. Take a listen to this piece of music, please. Stop whining, Andy, for goodness sake. That was that was Andy Kim singing Be My Baby. And the question we asked for 60 points is, what cartoon did Andy Kim sing the vocals for? For the Smurfs, the Chipmunks, Charlie Brown, the Banana Splits, the Archies, or Pebbles and Bam Bam? What did Andy Kim, what cartoon did he sing the vocals for? 60 points, we start with an uncomprehending looking Fred.
The Archie.
That is correct for 60 points. Indeed it was. Did you happen to be a fan of the Archies?
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them? Okay. Let's go to a team effort. Raise your flaps if you would. And we'd like you to take a look over here at the monitor. Now, in the television series My Favorite Martian, Bill Bixby played the part of Tim O'Hara. What was the name of the Martian played by Ray Walston? Was it A, Uncle Martin, B, Uncle Melvin, C, Uncle Mickey, or D, Uncle Marvin? The name of the Martian played by Ray Walston in the series My Favorite Martian. Think about it for 5 seconds. Time is up. Brenda, what is your answer?
A, Uncle Martin.
And Fred, what do you think?
Hey, Uncle Martin.
Agree? Pat, do you agree?
A, Uncle Martin.
It's unanimous on the rhyme side. Let's see how the Greens voted. Jackie?
A, Uncle Martin.
And Bill?
A, Uncle Martin.
And Lee?
A, Uncle Martin.
Wow. Well, let's find out right now the name of the Martian. The answer is A, Uncle Martin, in fact. All right. Unanimously correct on both teams. At the end of our second round, it's neck and neck. It's still a tie game. Exciting stuff. Round 3 is coming up right after these words. Stay with us. Thank you so much. No, I've said that before. I've talked about the grand prize. Now I'd like to invite you at home, if you'd like to join us on our show as a contestant or as a member of our studio audience, to write to us. And here's Nick with our address.
All right, Robin, if you plan to be in Toronto and would like to be a part of Guess What in the audience or as a player, please write Guess What, Box 9, Station O, Toronto, Ontario, M4A to M9.
And some members of our studio audience might win interesting and valuable prizes. Here's Nick to tell you what some of those prizes are.
Some members of our studio audience may receive prizes furnished from Added Touch Cake Mixes. Lots of moist, delicious flavors to choose from, but only one kind of quality. The best. Added Touch, your best value. And our consolation winners will receive beautiful Cardinal watches. The classic timepiece for him or her, the Athena from Cardinal, features black chrome, Swiss gold plating, and mineral glass. High-tech, high-fashion quartz. It's from Cardinal.
Okay, we're back, and it's an exciting game today because it's two excellent teams and well-matched teams. It's a tie game going into the third round, which doesn't usually happen. And this first question is worth 60 points. Here it is. Sirimavo Bandaranaike was the world's first female prime minister. She served from 1960 to 65 and from 1970 to 77. What country was Sirimavo Bandaranaike the prime minister of? Sri Lanka, Great Britain, India, Australia, Pakistan, or Bangladesh? And for 60 points, we start with our challengers and Bill.
Sri Lanka.
That is correct for 60 points. Good answer on that. Let's go straight to the next question. Again, it's worth 60 points. Now, the banana, of course, is a nourishing fruit that grows in the tropics and is popular throughout the world. That's pretty obvious. Which one of the following is not a type of banana? I didn't think there were several types of banana. Which of these is not a type of banana? The dwarf Cavendish, the Valerie, the Williams hybrid, the apple, the red Jamaica, or the Portulaca? Which of these is not a type of banana? And for 60 points, we start with Pat.
Portulaca?
That is correct for 60 points. Now, do you happen to know what a Portulaca is?
I believe it, flowers.
You're right. I didn't know that. It could have been a type of banana as far as I was concerned. Portulaca is the name of a group of herbs with dainty red, yellow, pink, white, or purple flowers. So very, very good. The rest are bananas, in fact. Probably more there than we wish to know about bananas, I would think. Let's go to the second question in this round, again worth 60 points. What is the name of the oldest city along the Mississippi River? Is it Baton Rouge? Is it New Orleans? Is it Natchez? Is it Belle Chasse, Boothville, or Kenner? The oldest city along the Mississippi River. And for 60 points, we start with Lee.
New Orleans.
That is incorrect, Lee. It's an old city, but not the oldest. Down to 50 points, over to Brenda.
Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge is also incorrect. We're down to 40 points, and we're over to Jackie.
Kenner?
Nope, we're down to 30 points and over to Fred.
Natchez.
Natchez is correct for 30 points. Yeah, it was called Fort Rosalie originally, built in 1716. So good answer on that. 30-point lead now for our champions as we come to the last question. This is a team effort, so raise those flaps. A very, very close game going on. It's been tied or back and forth just by a few points for the entire game. And now, at the moment, our champions have an only 30-point lead, so obviously this final question will decide the game. Here is the question. Borge Salming is rated as being one of hockey's finest defensemen. He joined the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1973, several years after leaving his country of birth. Where was Borge Salming born? A, Russia, B, Hungary, C, Sweden, or D, Poland? You have 5 seconds. Time is up, and Brenda, what do you think?
C, Sweden?
You think Sweden, and Fred?
C, Sweden.
And Pat?
C, Sweden?
Unanimous over here, and let's see how the Greens voted. Jackie?
C, Sweden.
Bill?
Sweden.
And Lee?
Hungary.
All right, let's find out right now where Mr. Salming was born. The answer is C, Sweden. Therefore, our continuing champions with Game 4 are the Rhymes family. Congratulations. Okay, you're more than halfway now, Rhymes, is towards that grand prize. You've won 4 games, and let's find out what you've won. Nick, please.
It's a Whirlpool from Muran, the Whirlpool machine that's great for relaxation and relief of muscular pains. Completely portable and easy to install. You'll enjoy the Whirlpool machine from Muran. And from Corning, enjoy the modern look of Visions Cookware, a versatile cookware set that enables you to range top or microwave. Corning promises to replace any item with a 10-year guarantee. Visions from Corning.
Thank you very much. Okay, and to our challengers, the Greens, a terrific team. You put up a wonderful battle today. Either you were in the lead or you were tied throughout the game and lost by a very, very little amount. And, of course, it's been a great pleasure having you on our show and taking the time to play our game with us today. Hope you had a good time. Yes. And to our continuing champions with Game 4, congratulations once again. Not over yet. We'll be playing for cash and a bonus prize right after these words. Okay, I'm just chatting with our continuing champions, the Rhymes family, who have now won Game 4. And just a second ago, Brenda and Fred's son, Christian, came up here and wanted to know how much they've won. To the dollar, he wanted to know. No cheating, he said. We want to know. So I think you informed him that, is he pleased with that you've won this amount? He's recording every prize and every dollar amount down there in a little notebook, I think.
I think he's too pleased. He already wants a share out of
Right.
it, you know.
I think he's probably going to have a career in show business as an agent. I would think. You know, he'll take his 15% off the top of this particular cut. Anyway, you've won 4 games, and I congratulate you once again, and we're about to play our bonus round. As you know, we play for a big bonus prize, and Nick's going to tell us just what that prize is. Nick?
It's a telescope from Bushnell. Introduce your family and friends to a whole new world from long distances. It comes with a tripod. Look through the best. Bushnell.
Okay, here's our first bonus question, and by now, having won 2 out of 3 bonus rounds in this particular series of games, this is number 4 for you. You know that the first bonus question is worth $50, and if you're successful, you get to go to the second, another $50, then to the third, which is for the big bonus prize. In this first question, as you know, we put 4 answers on the board, and you get 1 guess each. Here is the question. What band was named after the 18th century inventor of the seed drill? Was that band Jethro Tull, Alice Cooper, King Crimson, or the Dell Vikings? What band was named after the 18th century inventor of the seed drill, a major agricultural invention? And $50, we start with Brenda.
Jethro Tull?
You got it, Brenda. Perfect. Very good. Okay. I don't know what I would have done if you'd said the Dell Vikings. I really don't know. Del Viking invented the seed drill back in, no. Okay, straight to the second bonus question. Again, it's worth $50. This time we put 5 answers on the board. Here is the question. The 1951 movie Here Come the Nelsons, of course, starred Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. There was an unknown actor also in the cast who later went on to big-time fame. What was his name? Was it Buddy Ebsen, Andy Griffith, Fred McMurray, Alan Alda, or Rock Hudson? In the movie, the Here Come the Nelsons back in 1951 later became a big star. And for $50, we start with Fred.
Andy Griffith.
That is incorrect. Fred, we're over to Pat.
Alan Alda?
Nope. Brenda, it's all up to you.
Rock Hudson?
That is correct for $50. Yeah, Rock Hudson, when he did that movie, was using his real name, Roy Fitzgerald, and that was a long time ago, and in that film, The Nelsons. So, good answer on that. We finally come to the last question in the game. This is the big bonus question, and you've had fair success with the bonus rounds up to now. Missed only one. And this question, of course, we put 6 answers on the board, and you get, once again, 1 guess each. Are you ready for this? All right, here we go. Sir John Tenniel, I think is how you pronounce that, was a famous cartoonist and book illustrator, Sir John Tenniel. Which one of the following children's stories did Sir John illustrate? Winnie the Pooh, the Alice books, Charlotte's Web, Peter Rabbit, Babar, or Aesop's Fables? Which of these books did Sir John Tenniel illustrate? And for the bonus prize, we start with Pat.
Charlotte's Web?
That is incorrect, Pat. And we're over to Brenda.
Peter Rabbit.
Nope. Fred, the bonus prize, but don't feel pressured. It's all up to you.
It's all up to me. Aesop's Fables.
No, in fact, it's all right with the buzzer. It's the Alice books, in fact. Sir John Tenniel lived from 1820 to 1914. He was also famous for his political cartoons in Punch magazine, and he did the Alice books. So, didn't make our bonus prize today, but you did win $100 in the bonus round. Christian, $100, write it down. And you won a lot of prizes, and this is game 4, and you're not far off that grand prize, as I said. Is this what you expected up here? I mean, did you expect to take a sweep like this?
We hope to win 1 game.
1 game, modest ambition. You're very relaxed players, and you seem to take it all in your stride and don't get nervous or tense about it all. It's only money, appliances, and trips. Fame and fortune. It's no big deal. And your agent's out there watching every move you make, so he'll keep his eye on you. Congratulations once again on Game 4. I look forward to Game 5 with us, and hope you do as well. To you in the studio audience, you've been great, and thank you for coming, and thanks for your wild enthusiasm. And to you at home, see you next time on Guess What. Bye-bye. See you, Nick. Whoopee.
Promotional consideration from Collagen Foam Bath and Body Lotion, specializing in maintaining skin moisture and regaining suppleness without leaving an oily film. Collagen Foam Bath and Body Lotion. And Mighty Drop. Now you can eliminate unpleasant odors in seconds. Mighty Drop, the quick, easy way to deodorize and freshen your home. In drop or concentrated spray, Mighty Drop. And Dermatone, save your skin with Swedish formula Dermatone. It's 100% water-free and allows 5 times normal sun exposure. Dermatone saves your skin, keeps moisture in. This is Nick Hollenrake speaking for Guess What? A Glen Warren production.